What's going on, guys, girls? Rob here. I got a couple of comments over the weekend about me and saying Patrick Mahomes is not an elite quarterback, and I'm standing by it. I'm sorry, he's not an elite quarterback yet. I think we've got three elite quarterbacks that have played the last 2 or 3 seasons, and their names are Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers. I'm not including Eli Manning. I'm not including Ben Roethlisberger even. I don't consider him an elite quarterback. Okay, he's a very good quarterback. You may even call him a great quarterback, but elite. I I set the bar up here, guys. I set the bar way up here, and don't get me wrong, Mahomes. I would rather have him than 90% of the quarterbacks out there. Yes, but is he elite quarterback? No, not yet. 2 seasons, he's not elite. And I don't care what all these sports reporters are saying about him being a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer yet either. He hadn't played enough. Come on. Let's be for real about the situation. And if you watched my show prior to the Super Bowl, I almost called it. I said, look, what's going to happen is the 49ers are going to jump out to a lead. I think they'll win. That's what I said now. I said, this is how I said it. I think they'll win, but beware of the Kansas City Chiefs. They're capable of coming back and passing. And that's exactly what they did. They did it. You know, if you go back and look at some of the video, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, Mahomes is a very good quarterback, almost great quarterback. But come on, he's not elite yet. He's not elite. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Okay, he's got 30 career starts. Okay, check back with me after 100 more starts and tell me if he's an elite quarterback. Okay, let's let 3 more Super Bowls go by, and hell, he doesn't even have to win another Super Bowl. He could still be an elite quarterback. But to be elite, I think you have to be way up here, win 80% of your games. You're more than welcome, bud. More than welcome. And the reason I wanted to have this video real quick, this year's team that really, really made the turnaround was the 49ers. They had the second pick last year, and they made it to the Super Bowl. What team drafted in the top 10 this year can have the biggest turnaround and go the furthest? Go the furthest in the playoffs, have the best record, whatever. Which team with the top 10 draft pick can do it, can turn it around and be like, okay, wow, look what we have going on here. First off, let me tell you the teams that are drafted in the top 10. Okay, got the Bengals, and by all accounts, they'll probably take Joe Burrow. Redskins going to go defensively, they're saying, with Chase Young. Lions, who knows which way they're going. They could go quarterback. They really could. I don't think they will, but if they let their quarterback go and don't get a quarterback in return, I guess they could. Giants definitely will not go quarterback. They're going to go a different route. Dolphins, it's rumored they'll probably go quarterback. Chargers, now it's even being rumored they're going to go quarterback. So we'll see what happens there. Panthers, it's rumored they're going quarterback with Herbert, Justin Herbert. Cardinals have their quarterback of the future. They have some receivers. They may go running back. They may go defensively. Jaguars, they could go any kind of way. They need a lot. And the Browns, a lot of people are saying, wow, the Browns are, offensive lineman or defensive lineman away from, being great. So what do you guys think? Okay. Top 10 teams out, the top 10 in the draft. Obviously, they didn't have great records this year. None of these teams had great records. Let's start with the Bengals. Joe Burrow coming to the Bengals is going to turn the offense around. But let's be for real about the situation. Their defense is still not very good. They're in the same division as the Browns, Steelers, and the Ravens. That tells me right there, look, Burrow can come in there and be rookie of the year, but he's not going to be rookie of the year and they're going to go 10-6. That's just not happening. There's, Roethlisberger comes back. Steelers are gonna get some receivers for him. You know they will. The Ravens, most of the year they were the best team out there until they got to the playoffs. They got to play them twice. Cleveland, you just don't know what you're getting with Cleveland. Cincinnati, Brady going to San Diego could make a difference, and it could. How's it going, Ken? And trying to figure out which team, this year was the 49ers that had a top 10 draft pick. Okay. Who is getting a top 10 draft pick this season is going to turn it around to where they may be in the Super Bowl next year, or they may make it to the AFC or NFC championship. I want to see who people think is going to be the turnaround team. Sports Time Machine seems to think maybe it's San Diego. You still got Kansas City in that division. Let's see who else is in that division with Denver. Denver is an upcoming team, and the Raiders. If San Diego doesn't get Brady, and let's say the Raiders get Brady, well, then they got to play the Raiders twice, Broncos twice, and the Chiefs twice. That's 6 games right there. And let's see. Yeah, they're going to have a 4th place schedule, I guess, but still, I'm not so sure the Chargers can turn around and be much better than maybe a 7-9, 9-7 team. Right around 500. There's a team in this chart though that I think could really turn it around. When I say turn it around, make the playoffs, not only make a playoffs, host a playoff game. I really think there's one team in this top 10 draft class that could do it. Okay, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I think it's the Dolphins. Okay, number one, what if Brady leaves? Brady leaves and leaves. Their offense already was kind of crumbling. If Brady leaves the Patriots have a very good defense, a top 10 defense out there, but who are they going to bring in there to fill in that position? And on top of that, Miami beat them one time this year with Brady, okay? The Jets, I am not sold on their quarterback. I'm just not sold on their quarterback. I don't know what to think about him. Jets are so much up and down. They play a lot, they play well one week and terrible the next, and so does Buffalo. Hell, Josh Allen, they make it playoffs and then, they lay an egg. So, to me, the Dolphins, let's say they go out there and get Justin Herbert. They go out and get Tua, okay? Now, this is all dependent upon them, the quarterback, staying healthy and having enough weapons around them. Miami had some receivers and running backs and a decent offensive line. They just they look like to me they're only a few players away from being a really good team, or at least a decent team out there. I think that's a team that we better watch out for this year is the Miami Dolphins. I really do. I think they could be a team that could change things. The Panthers lose one of their defensive players retires. Newton, who knows about what Newton's doing? He may be, he may even go to a different team. So I don't like your Panthers there. The Giants are another team that could be very, very interesting. The only thing is you're in the same division with the Eagles and the Cowboys. It's much of a hard time as the Eagles and Cowboys did decide who's going to win the NFC East. They were still a lot better than the Giants and the Redskins. The Cowboys are 2 or 3 players away from being very, very good. Eagles are only a couple of players away from being very, very good. The Giants, I think they're a little bit more than a couple of players from being very, very good. So I kind of think, even in a mediocre NFC East, you got too many good teams, too many ahead of you that you got to be looking at. The Lions, Matt Stafford. That's who I worry about. If you've watched my channel, I have said all along Matt Stafford is the prototypical NFL quarterback. He's 6'4", 6'5", weighs about 215, 220, maybe even 225. He's a big guy. Can throw the ball. He can gun it 50 yards and doesn't have a problem. And there's a big question mark behind his name because nobody knows what the hell his problem is. Matt Patricia didn't seem to help his cause any this year. I just don't know. If I were an offensive coordinator and I don't know, Tampa or Washington, okay, Chicago, a lot of these places, I'd be like, yeah, let's take a chance on him and see if we can maybe get him and all. But I just don't see them doing anything. Redskins got too many holes. Like I say, Joe Burrow, he can come in and do a lot of things, but I don't think he can do enough. I really do look at the Dolphins as being a team. Watch out for them in 2020. If Brady leaves and they get one of these 2 or 3 top quarterbacks and they draft him, or they bring somebody down that's a proven commodity, and then they draft a defensive guy, draft an offensive lineman. Watch out for the Dolphins. They're more than capable of winning 9, 10 games next year and making a playoff run. I really think so. I just want to stop by and have a quick talk. Hey, Ken, you still got my phone number. If you do, text me anytime, okay? You guys have a great, great day. Let me know what you think about this. Positive, negative, whatever. I appreciate any and all comments. And I'll see you very, very soon. I'll have History Maker Golf probably later this evening. Okay, bye.
I'm sorry.